Hey guys, so welcome to another Zenler support desk. Now, you might have noticed my video is not the same quality that it normally is because I'm working remotely, okay? So a little bit of trouble there, but I can see Jack Black. Jack Black, the real Jack Black is in here in the house. Right, look, guys, you might have seen something very special happen the other day when I posted the live support desk. And you might have noticed, you might have remembered that Alice used to be with us a long time ago, and Alice is back with us. So Alice is going to take care of you guys with the live support desk going forwards, and I might pop in as well because it's cool, to have two presenters on there. So just before I get in and Alice pops up to say hello, I'm going to just tell you about some of the things that we're doing today. So people that got their cameras on, I will open the cameras up soon, and people that got the cameras on will get answered first. We run for about an hour, okay, today, and I might do another live support desk because this is going to be quite hard cut off after an hour. So I might run another live support desk. Don't worry, you'll get a mail and a message will go on the Facebook group for Sunday, so you can come in on Sunday as well if you want to. Yeah. And also remember that this is streamed, right? So people that have got their cameras on will be answered first, right? People who haven't got their cameras on but audio will be answered second, and then we will look at people in the chat. And because I've got Alice, it'll be easier. And we stream this, and we might use clips of you guys in our socials, right? And if we do that, we'll let you know, and you can give us your URL, so it'll be extra publicity for you. So it's all cool. So this is going into our YouTube channel as well as a replay, right? And the reason being that we want people to be like, if they search for a question and it'll come up in the live support desk, you guys have answered it. So for us, it's really very important information because it's sometimes we think we know what you're going to ask for questions, but you pull stuff out the box, just pull it out of thin air, and we're like, we never even thought of that. So it's really good it goes in there because it just adds to our database of questions that are asked, right? So that's what we do. So I'm going to say, hello, Ali.
Hello. Hi, John. I see you in here. Long time no see. I'm so excited to see you all today and excited to get back to work with Zenler and David. We always made such a great team. So,
Yeah, we
yes.
can't wait. So
Uh,
Alice is back. She's going to be doing lots of things. So she's going to start with the live support desk and those sort of things. And of course, she's re on what's the word? Orienteering the platform a little bit.
Reorienting.
Said in the American way,
Yeah.
right? Plain sailing,
Yes,
smooth
exactly.
sailing.
Smooth sailing.
So
I love it.
so Alice is going to get into all the features and things that we've done. So she's quite skilled being a course creator anyway. She's been doing this stuff for a long time, right? So she
Yes.
has another angle to bring to it, and we're so glad that Alice is back because she's really really cool at this stuff, right? So
Yes. And I just
give
want
a
to
big hello. Go on.
real quick on Al know me as Alice, and I'm fine with either one. It's totally fine. Thank you for asking, John. I appreciate that.
Right, yeah, it's Ali.
It's Allie
I
on
get the
here,
iPhone.
but a lot of you know me because I did this for a couple of years with Zenler as Alice, but my family, my nickname is Allie, so I did that on Facebook, but you can call me either one is totally fine.
I like that. I like that, Ali. I think it's cool. So I'm going to call you Ali now, right?
Okay. Thanks, David.
And you can call me what you like.
Yes, I can call you the fabulous David.
Oh, right. Oh, brilliant. Good. Right. Right, guys, I'm going to open the camera. So Alice might pop off camera and just be listening. If you want to pop up anytime, Ali, you can pop up and you can answer a question or whatever, right? So
Okay,
just feel
sounds
free
good.
to jump in if you want to, or sit
Okay.
back and enjoy the ride because it's always a
Ye-
ride, isn't it? With
it
these guys.
really is always very interesting. There's never a dull moment when we have a group of our community in here, so that's for sure.
Yeah, we got some regulars in. Right, you guys can start your camera. Put your hands up, right? And I'm really bad at this. Oh, it's John's in. John's in the house. Oh,
Yes, hi,
Bridget's straight
John.
in there. Good to see you, Dan, as well. And Jack Black. Not you're not the real Jack Black. Or you are. You're the original Jack Black. Right. And Patricia's in the house as well. So I'm going to kick off with Bridget. Then I've got Dan up next. God, I'm doing well. There's only two hands up at the moment. Hello, Bridget.
Hello, it's me again. I have
It's
a
good. Good to see
question.
you.
So, first of all, congratulations to the new live stream that you launched. And I watched it, and I have a question to it. So, because first of all, can I use that instead of running a webinar? Can I schedule that to a certain time? And I mean, how do people find me if I'm not promoting it? So I was just wondering if someone who has not this Sandler community yet, but a community on LinkedIn, for example, and I want to invite people to a webinar, uh, can I use that tool as well instead of the normal live interactive webinar that I set up?
Yeah, right. Okay. So the live stream into community, right? It's for your members that are in the community. So
Mhm.
they will be part of your community. They'll be logged in. So if you've got so we got the public community,
Yeah, what's the
right? So
public community then?
the public community means that people can see it. They can see what's going on. They can see members posting, but they can't post themselves unless they join as members. But they can see a live stream. So, but they can't, they're going to come in there and they're going to be guests. So they're not going to be able to comment, right? So
Where
it's
do they see
really,
that?
the
Where
live
do they
stream is
see
just,
that?
the live stream is just like you've got here in Facebook. It's Facebook members are in here. So you guys can see it. Outside of here, people can't see it, right? Or they can't comment, they can't interact. So the live stream, don't think of it as a replacement for your interactive webinars or these things. Think of it as a way to communicate with the members of your community.
Okay. Okay. Got that. But it's
And
great. I like it.
and yeah, it's great. But the other great thing about it is you can't schedule it because the lives have got all the features you can charge for them. It's completely different, really. It's live streaming into your community. So when you're ready, you just live stream. So you could send a post out to people saying, look, coming to the community today, I'm going to run a live at 2 o'clock. And then you could just pop up and run the live and people can just enter and ask questions. That's how it works. So it's
Got
more
it.
about in there, okay?
Got it.
However, if you have a live stream running in a public community, people can see it, but they can't really participate unless they become members of the community. And if it's a public community, you can think of it as a lead generator.
Got it. I understand. Okay. Thank you so much. That's it for today.
That's a
Okay.
that's a nice one because it is a new feature, so it's really good that you brought some attention to that, Bridget, for sure. Right, let me just post the jump link into the thing. Right, so I've got Dan. Dan's always got some techie questions. Hello, Dan.
Hi there. Yeah, so I mean, a few weeks ago, I asked about um, setting up my one-to-one live. These are sort of a series of 15-minute assessments for leads, new students, over an hour period where we talk and I figure out what level of English they're at. And I got some ideas from you, and I started to work on the site and I built some things. And now where I'm at is um, I can definitely do it manually, like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday from 12 to 2. I just put in 3 sessions manually. This is not using the recurrent meetings because I found out that when I made things recurrent, my test student, me, would register for one of them and then I would be registered for all 30, right? So
Yeah.
I guess my question is, you know, whether I go in direct from the lovely register page to the one-on-one, that's the slider interface, or I go from the course I've built for my one-to-one student, which is more of a drop down. They can select a single slot and get registered, and all the automation works great, right? But still, it was that thing Roger brought up in the last couple of weeks where, I mean, I want to go out a number of weeks. I don't necessarily want to sit there and manually punch in, session after session, day after day. I mean, I'm not lazy. I'll do it if I have to do it. And the second problem that came up is once my test student, being me, registered for a slot, it was gone. No matter what I did, I could not get it back. I couldn't unregister the person. I researched it. So those are my two questions. I mean, have I got the right option now, the individual programming that I do? And secondly,
Yeah, I
how
mean,
do I unregister somebody from a slot? Yeah.
um, I think once someone's registered for that slot is taken, so I think you can go in, I mean, without testing it, I think you can go and find the members and take them out. Have you tried going into the live and going to registered members
hmm
and then taking them out of it?
I deleted them, yeah. And when you're in a course, you have to unenroll and delete. But in the live, I guess the only option you seem to have is just click the box and delete that person. But it didn't actually, the only way I could get rid of the taken slots that I tested was to literally delete the whole thing and start over and program in new slots. And that's bad.
Again, well, if that's happening, Dan, you're going to have to talk to support about it
All right.
because it's just how it is.
Yeah, yeah. No
Obviously,
problem.
everyone's got different case studies for what they want with lives, and there are a few things in there that could do with being changed, updated. You know,
hmm hmm
um, I don't know if you've put it on the feedback site,
No, I'll ask
feedback.zenler.
about it. I thought I was doing something wrong, or didn't know about
No,
something.
no, no, I think you've gone through it quite thoroughly and you're testing it. I mean, with Roger, we came to the conclusion that for his particular case, it was better to run a survey because he had set
Mm,
questions he was asking, and he could then eliminate that being live. And this is what I try and do. I don't want to be sitting there, right,
yeah,
one to one with people, although that's what I'm doing now, right?
mm,
But I don't want to be sitting there one to one with people because that's money and time. You know, if
yeah,
you want to make as much money as possible, you want to do it in groups or you want to automate that process.
yeah,
And so you'll have to be conscious of that and make it work for you because you might say 3 months down the line, this is just this is crazy. I'm asking the same things. I'm setting up lives, I'm being on lives, I'm asking the same questions. Can I do it a different way? And that's what happened with Roger with
yeah.
the surveys.
Well, with language teaching, the reason a lot of us do it this way is because you can finagle some sort of self-test for something like grammar, right? Because it's just right or wrong. But when you teach spoken language, it literally is a process of asking questions and listening, hearing the pauses and the sort of stuttering answers. So it's very hard to get around it. But anyway, my bigger question is creating a one-on-one live, putting manually in, say 6 sessions for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and then just going forward and having to do it for future weeks over and over. Is that pretty much the way it's going to go, or is there some way to? Yeah, go ahead. I just want to be clear about that question.
Currently,
Yeah.
yeah, I
Okay.
think so. Oh, Ali, go on. You got something to say?
I have a question to ask to clarify. When you do your one-on-one work with this
Yeah.
client, are they just booking one session with you, or do you book multiple sessions? Because that's the way I've helped some people automate that process in the
hmm
past.
Yeah, there's two things that happen. One, for a client I have, like my current student from Argentina, what I'm trying to give him is he has a live just for him. he can come Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, depending on the week and his work. And he just chooses a session where he can make it because he's a very busy guy who travels a lot.
Mm-hmm.
The
Hmm.
bigger issue is with the assessment visits, that's permanent. I have to create a permanent one-on-one live with a permanent number of sessions I can live with in my life. And then people
Right.
who
So
see me through social media can just book that 15 minutes to chat with me.
yes, the 15-minute one. That one you're going to have to go through the process as is. But once you have a client, then yes,
Hmm.
what you do is you set them up with their own live. So it's that
Hmm.
live stream is David Zenler's um language session or whatever you're calling it. And then you can do recurring sessions for that person or when you're speaking with them, like maybe you meet that person every Tuesday at 2. So you can schedule every Tuesday at 2 p.m. for 10 sessions because that's what they paid for. And then they have their own private link with just you that will automatically send them their reminders for that session and
Yeah.
everybody's name being attached to the session, it'll be easier for you to find which client is what session, what group of sessions or recurring sessions. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's the problem. That's what I can't do. We used to have it was every Wednesday and Thursday, 10 a.m. always. And now his life has gotten much more complicated. And I have to
Yeah.
open up possible sessions. He chooses two for that week. You see what I mean? So if I could set
Yeah,
Yes,
that
but
up
you
yes,
and
but
could.
not
carry,
every
Sorry,
client
Dan.
is going to have,
no, 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 no,
right,
no,
not
no,
every client's going to have that. So you'll have all of your other ones, if they have every Tuesday or every Wednesday at this time, you set
yeah.
them up their own live session with those recurring things, and then you won't have to manually do that part.
Yeah, that's what I did
Yeah,
with the Conversation Club. It's a recurring weekly 1 p.m. Friday EST. That's it forever. So that's
Yeah.
great. I don't have any problem with that. Yeah.
yeah. We got to Dan. It's no, that's a really good point, Ali, because you could set up reoccurrings for an individual client, right? Say you're a
Yeah.
guy from Argentina. You could set up 30 sessions. You could set it up for well in advance. If then he told you, oh, he wants a session on Wednesday, you can just go and edit that session.
Yeah.
But in the
True.
meantime, you can send him a direct Zoom link. You can send him the invite link. You can send that in mail. So this is your personal invite link, right? So whenever
Right.
you've got a session and we arrange it, then you just go in, set the time and date, start the Zoom. He comes straight in, and you can do that, and that's then taken care of.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
that would be good for you.
That's what I sort of started out with thinking. I'm going to tell him, look, you're scheduled for Wednesday or Thursday. If you want to change it, contact me and I will manually change it. But again, I was hoping to find a more automatized way to do it so I don't have to go in and manually do it. But I think what I'm hearing here is good news because after working with this stuff a lot, it sounds like I basically got it and I know how to do it. And so I'm very happy to hear I'm not missing something. But you see my situation where I want to always try to find a way where the client can change their date, that I don't have to go in. But if I do, that's okay. It's not the end of the world, you know.
Yeah, it's not like Calendly, right? So with Calendly,
Right.
you can set certain dates and times, and as soon as you book it, then the Zoom gets set up. Right? That's what you want, this kind of thing.
Sure.
That doesn't happen with Zenler because the calendar that we have in Zenler basically feeds off of the
Mhm.
events that you've pre-set up.
Yeah.
And we can't have it because you have a certain amount of lives per month, Dan. We can't have people just being able to go in there and set up lives. I mean, it
Yeah.
happens enough when we get onboarding and demo that people book and don't turn up for it, right? So that would happen with you as well. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's very fixed because you've got set dates and you don't want to waste them. So you're in control of your set sessions.
Yeah. I saw your video about Cambly and it's really great, but I thought, oh boy, it's another platform. It's another place where all kinds of things are going to go wrong. It can work if you're a Cambly Zen master, right? But I'm very reluctant to get involved with it because it's another expense. It's another layer on top of Zenler. I want to stay in Zenler. But
Yeah. I
yeah,
mean, you've got Tidy Cow and all of these. You've got loads of different systems that work. I mean, even the Google Calendar itself, you could put in there and get people to book, but there would be a manual process at this
yeah,
time.
yeah,
And I do say at this time because we're always developing, and now automation with AI and things like this is getting better and better. These things are going to be much easier going forward to
mm,
get out quicker as well.
yeah.
So it is something I understand that you want, but we've got to be careful about limits on what you've got, and we can't have people coming outside and just being able to book some of your sessions,
No, no, no,
you know.
no. Okay. Now, all right. Well, thanks. And I to tell you, after setting it all up, I was thrilled. I I pretended I was him. I went into his course. I booked a session. It opened up in, you know, Zoom. Everything's just is great. So I'm very happy. I'm ready to
Yeah, good there.
roll it
That's
out,
good.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
Thanks.
good because you're trying out all these things and and I understand you come in here and ask is there another way, and that's valid, you know, but you seem to be doing it all right. But definitely take on board what Ali was saying there because that's quite an interesting one.
Yeah. No problem. Thank you.
Brilliant. All right. We have, I think John's next, then Patricia, you're up next. Hi, John.
I had to jump in here, of
I
course, because of the surprise. Welcome back,
How
Ali.
are you, John?
I am very
How
well.
are you?
I'm good.
Good, good.
Yeah, and I haven't been on for a long time. But David knows that we sold UQuest, and
Oh,
they've been running along. And what I've been working on is a new signature workshop that I'm going to be presenting next year. So I'm really glad that Bridget brought up the question about how we use the lives in community, because I'm thinking, in fact, I'm trying to figure out exactly what I will be providing to the people who attend the signature workshop, and then what's the next step. So it might be, from what you had said to Bridget, that I still use the existing lives, whether it's a webinar or just the regular meetings, and then save the community lives for when people say, yeah, I want to come and play with you, whether it's, like free sessions, or then you go to private if they want to have much more in-depth conversations. So I'm glad I jumped in to hear how people are playing with these new tools that we've got. I don't really have a question, I guess, now because of the answer to Bridget. But
Yeah, but I guess I mean I don't know what you're thinking of doing, John, but I mean what I love about it because I think with you want a kind of area that people are going to pay for and people are going to have some of it's going to be free so
yeah,
that you can start creating a buzz and get people into a membership. Is it a membership, that kind of thing?
haven't decided yet because some of the clients, I mean, they will take a pretty large thing. So the clients are going to be boomer aged owners of businesses who want to retire, so they have to sell the business. But only 20% of those businesses sell. So really what I'm saying to them is, here's how you should be getting your business ready, making it sellable so that you can exit in 3 to 5 years. Okay? And there's a lot of work. I mean, it does take like 2 to 3 years of getting the business transformed, getting the employees transformed, and the owner themselves transformed so they can exit. And I'm not sure what I should be offering. Should I just go for the really big deal of, you get the whole package, the whole meal? Or I could also do like little chunks of courses. I'd rather not do the second version yet, just go for the first one. And because you guys rolled out doing lives in community, I was thinking, okay, well, that might be a way of saying, like you had said to Dan, on Thursday next at 10 a.m. Mountain Time, we're going to do a live. Come and see what we do, as opposed to saying every Thursday at 10 a.m., I'm going to present the signature workshop, which is really just like me talking to you guys without any feedback. Whereas I'm presuming that the live can be just like this, where there's this conversation flowing back and forth and people asking questions of each other, etc. You're saying no, that
No,
doesn't happen.
no. With the live stream currently,
Uh-huh.
it's you. You have people in the chat asking questions, so they're not coming up. It's not like a
So
full
it's not
thing.
like this then.
It's for you to live stream. So the case study I would say for you that is what you should be doing. Maybe you should be doing is taking batches through. So high ticket. People come in and you've got batches of people, and when it finishes, they can get access to the replay. But I think that in the course access page or membership access page, if you want to call it that, you could have a link to the community. And so what you can do is you can run a session, and then afterwards you can say, right, um, jump into the community or ask questions in the community,
Okay.
and then you could go live in the live stream to the community, and you can answer those questions that are being asked in there. So you could use it to back up what you're doing. I wouldn't particularly run it um, as solely as a community and have the lesson types in there. I'd try and keep it separate. Rakesh, if Rakesh was in here today, he'd go, no, communities you could run a whole membership in. Personally, I don't think it's adaptable enough, right? I don't think it's got that connection like you guys are on screen now. We can't get all you guys on screen talking back and forward and these things. So I think in that case it's limited. You might as well do all your lives inside a course itself where you've got this interaction. So if you think of it, the live stream is a bit like a webinar, right? So
Mm,
you're on there, you can see the people, yeah.
yeah.
But there's only chat going on
Okay.
currently. You can have one attendee come in and join you, but
Yeah.
it's not like a co-host like me and Ali, you know.
It's interesting though when you say Rakesh thinks you can do this. I'm going, maybe that's the direction Zenler's going to go, just because.
You could you could do it, and I think it's being developed more and more and more because I've got gamification in there and these
Yeah.
things. But I think at this moment in time, um, it's to run a whole membership in there. Maybe that could be the main place of communication, but I think you need the course to back it up because you're going to be giving out PDFs, you're going to be do maybe audios, you're going to be doing a lot of things that only you can only do in a course that you
Yeah.
could do it in
So,
a community, but very hard.
that's actually part of the thought process right now is, is this going to be like just a one-on-one consulting gig as opposed to a course that many people can come and get the same stuff, right? There's a difference there because every business is going to have different circumstances that they have to deal with. Over time, I can see where lessons or things that we did for one client also apply over here. And so then I can start building upon that, right? On that base. But starting off, I don't think I'm going to be able to organize a course that, 3 or 4 or 5 different business owners come in.
That's what you kind of you need to do, right? I
Yeah.
mean, how I look at it now, like there's loads of people here probably today that are just doing one-to-one coaching, right? With their people, they get paid per hour, they can do that job, and then they get the next client and they're paid per hour. That is not going to make you rich,
Yeah.
right? Unless you're charging an absolute fortune. So the way to monetize anything is if you can is to do it in a group setting. Now it might be a small group, right? But you might build out from it. And if you the way that you want to design it, John, you can maybe think about those things. How could I design this to work so that it's going to work for multiple different businesses in different stages?
Mm-hmm.
You can use AI to help you with that as well, to sort of use it as a bounce board, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
But that way you're going to make more money, right?
Yeah, the money's going to come. I have to figure out how do we satisfy these owners? How do we both the owners and the key employees, how do we make them really successful? And in 26, I mean, that's what I'm going to be playing with to see how does this work? What's the best way to do it? Because we will also be applying a lot of AI and automation. We want to, for instance, we want the key employees who are going to be the new owners to have AI assistance with them. You know, that's part of the stuff that we'll actually be building and experimenting with. So, yeah, all of this stuff is going to be really new. So I'm trying to figure out with the stuff that we've got with Zenler, how can I use all of those things to make something really unique, you know, with applying AI as well. So, okay, thanks for the putting up with my rambling and trying to think out loud.
See you, John. Good to see you.
Good to
Okay,
see you, John.
bye-bye.
Bye.
Who's up next, Ali? I think it's Patricia.
Yes, Patricia's there.
Hello, Patricia.
Now, can you
There
hear
you
me?
go.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. It's a question about membership. I have set up a membership, public membership, and my question is, do I have to send a link to the persons that I want to join my public membership, or can I put a link on the menu on my website?
Are you talking about membership or community?
Yes, community, sorry. I have a membership, pay membership, and I have set up a public membership too.
You're not talking. You're talking community. Are you talking
Community.
community or are you talking a membership?
No, community, public community.
Right. Okay. And you want to get people into the public community.
Yes.
So you send out the community link
No,
to people. No,
not yet.
Patricia,
I asking
if
you.
it's a public community, Patricia,
Mm?
if they're members of your site, they're going to see community come up in the menu at the top. So if it's
Yes,
a public community and they've already registered, they will just be able to jump in there and they'll be able to comment. That's automatic, right? If it's a
yes,
public community, any member in your site will be part of that public community. If it's
yes,
new people you want that you haven't that you want to use to on socials to get inside your community, then you just share the community link.
okay, I have to share. Yes, but
Yeah.
it's a possibility to have a link on the menu on my website.
Yeah. Have you not got a
Anyone,
link on the menu?
how do you say?
Have you not got a link on the menu already?
No.
Let me just show you. Hold on. All right. Okay. So it's easy to set up. Right. Okay. So let me just get this way. All right. So inside your site,
Yes.
if we go to incognito window, then you can see I've got no community in here,
Mm,
right? If
mm,
I log in, the community will be visible. But let's set it up then. So what you need to first of all do is find the URL of your community, all right? So you'll
mm,
open your community up. You'll say,
yes.
oh, I think I've got one in here. So let's just go grab the community URL. So there we go. That's a public community there. So when I
Mm,
click that public community, it's
mm,
going to give me a URL at the top here.
yes.
Yeah. You can also use the invite link as well. So if you press this, you'll be able to copy that link there. Yeah. So two ways. I prefer selecting it from here and then copying it here.
Okay.
This is my preferred method. Then all you need to do is go into your site, go into any of your pages.
Yes.
Any pages, right? Edit one of your pages and drop the link in there. So once this loads, then I can check. So it's a bit slow. The internet's not as quick as mine. So let's that load. Come on. So if I go into the menu heading here and go to settings, this little left mouse button, yeah, and then you're going to see a little menu come out on the right hand side. Let's make it a bit bigger. Yeah. So I go to the header menu, click this setting, then I go to menu here, and then you're going to see, and I've got to scroll out a little bit here. I've got to zoom out. You're going to see it says here, add new menu item.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and then you can put community.
Okay.
And visible to all.
Yes.
And then I can copy the URL. And then I put that URL into there and save it.
Yes. I forgotten to do this step.
Right. Okay. Also, you might find that you've got a little button inside here that says hide community menu. You can actually make that active, and then your community could come up in there as well. Okay. So try both of those, because some people have had problems with this little checkbox. So that's why it was turned off. So you can see it says my community there. Yes. And you'll see that you can click through. I have it turned off because I like to manually do it. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
That's all right. You're welcome. Tell us how you get on. If you want to try it now and pop back later. All right. Ali, who's up next? Do you remember?
I believe it's Maria, but also Dale had a question in the chat. But Dale, if you go down to the bottom of the screen, there's a little button that says react with a heart on it on your desktop. If you click that and look, there's an option to raise your hand, and then David will call on you in order, okay?
Yeah. Okay. Good to see you, Dale.
Yeah.
Hello, Maria.
Hello. Hi.
Good to see you.
Nice to see you all too. I have a question about a webinar. I'm going to run a webinar for people that are not in the site yet, and it will be without cost. And I looked at live class and interactive webinar, and then I tried the live class, and then when people are registering, I did a test meeting. They have to go through password registration also. So then I thought I go for the interactive webinar because it would be more easy, I think, if you just register with your email and you don't have to do the password thing. So now my question is it possible? Because when I try now to do the interactive webinar, to create it, it seems to be a default with, it's called inbuilt password protection. So is that something that is, I can't change it.
What is turned on automatically?
Yes, it's a green kind of, it's turned on automatically when I start to create the interactive webinar on the first step when I do the line and the time and everything.
Right, hold on.
And so then I was wondering if that is just with me or if
Ali, do you know anything about this? Let me just go. If you want to talk as well, Ali, feel free. No, I'm just going to set this up while Ali's maybe saying something.
Yes.
So I'm going to go in here live webinar. I'll set it
Okay.
up. Carry on, Ali.
So, so you're saying that it's making people give a password to get in?
Yes, for the test meeting I'm gonna run here in 20 minutes with some friends. They have registered today, and then just a little bit down on there you see it's a green inbuilt password protection, and
Yes, as
and
long
then
as you
I
don't
can't
check.
change it. It seems to be a step that is there.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
So I
Yeah,
think
that I was not been there before. I don't know why that's checked in there.
maybe does the join link to the webinar, like, you have the waiting page and the join link. Does the join link automatically contain the password? Because it says ask for password when joining as an option to
Yeah,
check off.
but then
So if you
but then
don't check that,
Yeah. So yeah, you're exactly right, Ali. And that's the thing. So when someone registers for your live, right, you should have set up your automations.
yes, I have.
You should have set this up. Okay. So that means that they're because you're not going to the way that people are going to get into your lives is through the automations, right? So inside the automations, you've got a variable in there that gives the link, the direct link to come in. So they won't need their password. They can click it and jump straight in. So
yes.
they've registered for it. So they're receiving the automated emails that come from it.
Yeah,
Now, if you
okay.
want someone to come in and you want to bypass not sending them an email, you can use this link here. So you can just choose this link. And this is checked by default for security, but you could, if you want to set a global, and you get this often, if you want to set a global password, you can come in here and you can set whatever you like, and you can include that inside the email automation. So you could call it Ali, for instance, Ali 25. And then you could send that out in the automations with the link to it. When they click it, it will come up with password. They put Ali 25 and they can get in there. So it's your choice whether you want to use
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
But by default, all Zoom sessions have a kind of inbuilt password.
yeah.
It's part of the URL. So that's what we give here. But you're supposed to handle that with the automation. So if that automation is set up correctly, they'll be able to jump straight in there.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
if
okay,
not,
but when they
you copy that join link, right, on that page that says direct join link. Copy that and go into your email automations and paste that link right into the email automation, and everyone should get an email then with that link if they've registered. And then when they click that link, it should take them right in without asking for a password.
Yeah, fine, thank you.
Yeah, and
That's
in
very
fact,
good. But
that link is actually already included inside of the automation. If you look here, you're going to see that the join link is here. It's a variable that you can put
yeah,
inside of here.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you can see the webinar join link is here. And this is the
yeah,
same for every Zoom type that
mm,
you've got inside Zenler, right? So you've got those two methods. We didn't used to let you have a direct Zoom link, but because people wanted it, we now
mm,
include it in the
mm,
main, but it's
okay,
also in here anyway. So anyone joining anything needs to go through that automated email to get in there.
okay. So that's the step it's just there with the password for,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, and
okay,
test it. But it's good you're testing it, Maria, right? So
yes.
you
yeah,
need to say, right, register for this. Check your inbox, and that should be on the next page when they register. The thank you page should be
mm,
like that. It's sent to you. Check your inbox, and then watch all your people coming to it. That's what we do here every week for Live Support Desk, because
yeah,
Yeah.
people register and that comes through to you. It's exactly the same thing. You
mm,
didn't use the password to come into this.
no,
This is a
no,
one-to-one booking. This is one-to-one, by the way, this
mm,
live.
mm. And that's something I can write to. The link will take you directly to the meeting. You don't need to use a password again. Also, and if
Yeah.
I want
Unless you
to,
set it, if you check that box
yeah,
and you you type a password, then you need to send that out with the mail so that they can get into it.
absolutely, yes, good. Uh, if I can just have another question too, that if I want to highlight it on my website, do you suggest the block for webinar to highlight? to use the
Oh,
block
to say
where
that if
you can
you've got an
choose?
event, you can use that, but I personally would just create my own block. Right, create my
Okay.
own lovely block. You've got the card in there. Just put it in a block. Say I run webinars every Tuesday, 2 o'clock, and have a big link going to the register of that live. And that's a good way of doing it. You're creating your own call to action, really.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And they even on the website itself, if you want to really catch their attention, you can add it right to the top of the page, scrolling, register for the webinar, free webinar. You can put that anywhere. Could do it as a pop-up on the site when people land on it. It'll pop up and say, "Hey, we do have this webinar. Register now."
Yeah. Good suggestion also. Well, very good. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Good to see you, Maria. So,
Yeah.
Ali,
And are we
who have we
still,
got?
it's people with cameras on first, correct? Because the next would be Jack
Yeah.
Black, then Irene, then Dale, and then Sally, because her camera's off. Sally, if you want to turn your camera on, we'd answer you first.
Hi, Jack.
Hi, folks. Can you hear me?
Yeah, all
Yes.
good.
Good stuff. Well, thanks for doing this. I'm an absolute beginner. So I've spent the last few days attempting to get an email out, and it's been a major job. I've previously sent out emails without hassle. I'm using a clone. I've redesigned it within the clone, done everything correctly. I get to the point where I'm sending out a test to myself and a test to my wife. And when I get mine, it looks perfect, but when she gets hers, the spacing's all over the place. So there's no consistency apparently in the test, which is a bit challenging. And when I attempted, before this was coming on, I'll talk about this in a moment, but before I was coming on here, I attempted to do a sample email just to see if it was different when it went out proper. And although I got a message saying that it was sent, we're still waiting on it. It never arrived. So I'm having challenges with that. I don't understand why two tests would be different when they show up in the mail. And then the other thing, if I can just quickly, so you're aware it's coming, is I got sent this. I went on to ask for help, and I put some stuff in the help thing, the chat thing, and it took forever to get a response because I knew I didn't understand. I thought it was quite, from a customer service point of view, I was pretty challenged that it took so long. And then fortunately, I got an email for this. And when I attempted to register for it, even though I'd been in my Zenler account all day and all yesterday, messing about, attempting to get this thing done, when I attempted to register for this, it wouldn't accept my email address, or sorry, my whatever it would be, my email address and password. It just said it was like I didn't exist. And I don't understand how I can be in my account, and yet when I attempt to get into this, it was knocking me back. And I've still no idea why I actually got on here. It just suddenly showed up. That it was a few hours away or a few minutes away. And so I'm as I say, I'm a
Jack.
beginner. I'm confused. I'm not finding
Yeah.
it easy to operate, although I previously did send out emails. 4,000 people went out, no bother. So that's where I'm at. And the other thing is I do want to do a live workshop thing. And I'm not sure whether you're recommending I do that as a live thing or whether I'm just better doing a webinar. That's my questions. I hope you don't mind. Thank you.
Yeah, that's all right, Jack. The email designer, right? There's lots of different systems. So one thing about some sites, some people have on their mobile phones, emails come in. Sometimes on their mobile phones, they put it into dark mode. There's Android and there's Apple, and sometimes some of the fonts show correctly on an Android device, don't show correctly on an Apple device. Then we're not even talking about the different inboxes, right? We're not talking about Outlook, we're not talking about Gmail. Everyone will change things slightly because it's just the way they're designed, right? So the only way to avoid that is to use a plain text email. So if you're but that shouldn't affect it, because inside the email designer itself, we base test this across loads of different browsers, lots of different OS systems, and we get good results coming out of it. So if you're getting a bad result in your wife's phone, for instance, or in her tablet or on her
Yeah.
laptop, you need to send a screenshot of that, of the bad formatting, compared to the good formatting on your device, and you need to send that to support. And you need to say, look at the difference here. This is the same. Then they can go in and look at it. Now, I'm also bearing in mind that you're only just starting to use the system, so you're a beginner to this.
Yeah.
So also bear in mind that if you haven't watched the tutorials and you're trying to make this stuff up as you go along, you're probably going to get unstuck as well, right? So it doesn't matter like I'm experienced and stuff and I go across to another platform, I've still got to look at their tutorials to make sure I'm using their best practices, and it goes with any software. So if you haven't done that, that's something that we say that you should do. Now, another question, you said how you appeared on here. Your admin, your website logins are not the same website logins that you use for this live you're in. This is from our tutorial site. It's a completely different site. It's like you logging
Didn't know
into
that.
Dale's site or Irene's site, right? They're completely different sites. So a lot of people are confused because they come along to like tutorial site, they try logging in with their admin and their admin password and username, and they're like, why can't I get in? I can't get into this. And it's because it's a completely different site that you need to register for, because we need compliance from you to be able to send emails to you about events that are coming out. Okay, GDPR rules. We can't just blanket send stuff out to you.
Okay.
So that's another thing as well, Jack.
So yeah, I appreciate that, but the test emails were fine before. It's just it's suddenly not working. And yeah, it's really, really frustrating. So I'm why when I send out a sample and it says it's gone, it doesn't show up in either our inboxes.
I can't help you, Jack. I mean, that's a dev support question. It's not an education question, right?
Is
So
it in
I can't.
spam?
Yeah, I
No,
can't diagnose.
I mean, I get the test email, so why wouldn't I get the sample one? It's going to the same
Yeah,
two addresses.
I know, but is it going in the other email for whatever reason? Is there a filter that's sending it to spam or rejecting it?
Why? I don't know anything about filters. Who would have put the filter there? Not me.
Or like if have you checked the spam folder in those? They're not in there.
Well, yeah, we'll do that, but I'm
Because
not.
what that means is maybe, I don't know, if the email, if that some email systems have, is it the same?
But I've always been able to get a test email, and we've been able to send out in the past 4,000 emails to a mailing list. They all got them. It's fine. Responded. But here I am attempting to send a sample because I'm concerned about why my wife's iPad is showing different spacing than my email coming in to my MacBook. And I don't understand that. So I've already said that. But why, if they go out anyway and are received as tests, why wouldn't it go out as a sample? I've not changed any settings. I've just pressed sample. I've got the sample there and I've pressed send, but it's not arrived. But I will go and see if it's in spam. But why would it be in spam if it's already been received as a test?
Yeah, Jack.
I it yeah.
This is a dev support question.
Mhm.
We can't look behind the scenes. We can't see how the emails
Yeah.
are going out.
But
We're purely on the
how do I speak to
education of
someone in
using the
support?
platform, Jack. Pardon?
How do I speak to someone in support?
You send an email to support@zenler.com.
Okay, right,
Yeah,
fine.
and as David said, please send screenshots and whatnots because that will help the team be able to
Okay.
look. It'll speed up the process for you.
Fantastic. So one other thing is, would you recommend a live thing? If I've got, say, 200 people coming on a workshop thing with me for 4 hours or 3.5 hours, would you recommend I do that on a live, or would you do that as a webinar?
It depends on what your
Um,
goal is. Are you going to go live? Where would you go live to?
Well, I don't know. I'm assuming I can do a live webinar on here. I just, from exactly where I am right now, I'll be speaking to an audience, taking them through a workshop process for about 3.5 hours with a break for tea in the middle. I've done that before on other platforms, but I assumed I could do it on here.
you can.
Yeah.
You can absolutely.
Okay.
You can run. You can run it. I mean, we do it at the end of every month. We run
Okay.
3 sessions,
So
2
forgive me
hour
for being,
sessions,
I mean,
straight from Zen Zoom.
yeah, forgive me for being, do I need a Zoom account as well then?
No, it's
No.
included in Zenler. If you have the pro plan, it's there for you. Yeah.
Well, thanks for your patience. I'm sorry, I'm a beginner and I'm just,
Yeah,
yeah.
Jack. Are you doing the 30-day accelerator program? Are you working your way through that?
I don't even know where that is or how to get that.
You should have got an email. Can you send me an email? I'll put it in the chat, my email address. Can you send me an email? I just want to send you some information,
That'd be
just
great.
so that you get started. Because I think what's happening here is that you're trying these things. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. And I want you to get structured, right? I want
Yeah,
you to understand how the platform works in the quickest time possible. So if
yeah.
you can send me an email, it means I can get back to you with this information.
Thank you.
I'm going to put
Much
it in the chat.
appreciated. Yeah, okay.
There it is, Jack. Grab that email, send me an email straight away. Then after this session, I can
Okay.
look at it and I can reply to you. Grab
So
that
where did I
email
put
address.
David? Oh yeah, okay, David, yeah.
Yeah.
How do I
Pauline
send
said it's
email?
like that's my email address there, right? Have you got it?
No, I don't see it. I'm in chat.
Yeah. It says
Yeah,
David at Zenler.
Oh, I see it. Sorry.
Yep.
let me
Right.
do it again.
Thanks, guys.
Right. Now,
You're welcome.
also let me give you the support email as well, so you don't get it wrong. Okay, so you can send a message to support
Okay.
on that. And this is like, if you have, like, you turn up here, right? We tell you about the platform, we give you ideas on what you can do, we show
Yeah.
you how things work. But if something's going wrong with the platform, that's a technical problem, so it needs to be looked at by the developers. So that's why we're kind of like, we can't help you, Jack. We try and help everybody, right? But
Yeah.
if there's things going wrong behind the scenes, we kind of got our hands tied. We can't do anything. So
Okay.
grab those 2 emails.
Yeah.
Definitely, when you've got the problem that you've got, send to support, and
Yeah.
just send me an email,
Yeah.
and then I can get back to you. Thanks, Bridget.
Okay.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving to all of you
Thank
if you
you.
celebrate it. Right. Okay. Who's up next? Ali.
We
Ali's right
have,
side.
yes, we have Irene.
Irene's here. And then we got to you, Dale. Good to see you, Dale. And sorry, Sally, we'll be with you soon. Hi, Irene.
Oh, hang on. Yes. I changed my question about the design. I realized I don't really need it because I had to change colors around. But I got another thing to do with live webinars and stuff. Because at last, I'm launching the membership. And I realized I haven't done all the groundwork, of course. I mean, so I think there won't be sort of enough. I will have to sort of draw them in by my beautiful webinars. So I want a way, because I would like them to actually pay for the webinar and then get 1 month off the membership, because the membership is cheap. So how do I set it up to actually give them the membership at the same time as they join the webinar? Because it seems a bit weird to sort of send.
No, sorry. So you're going to get them to pay for the webinar?
I would like them to, because I have rather warm. I got a sort of warm list, and they know me, so I'm not a complete beginner with these people. So I was thinking I would like to try that one later on. Now I'm just going to go ahead, but perhaps in January, when people start all over again. So I would like them to come and join. So I know that I can charge. Yes, tell me.
Sorry, and so you're gonna charge for a webinar. Well, so whether you do it for free or whether you're charging doesn't make any difference. You're going to run it to your audience. That's great. So you want to give people that attend the live webinar 1 month free on
No, I don't
your
want to give.
membership.
Oh, yeah, that's true. So, but no, I don't want to give them 1 month. If they pay for the webinar, they will get the month. They will become members. I mean, somebody did that to me. I wanted to come to one of her things. She's in her membership and said, "Well, you just got to join it, and then you can leave." But I didn't feel sort of quite good about that. I mean, because it's a bit tricky. But
So is it a
I don't.
monthly membership that you
It's
have,
a
or
month.
is it a
Yeah,
one-time fee?
no, it's a monthly membership.
So if
And
they
then
pay for the webinar, you're giving them the membership free forever or for a
no,
certain
I
amount of
don't want
time?
to. I want them to. Well, if they pay for the webinar, they will get the first month for free.
Okay,
But I thought it
that's
could
what.
be sort of a joint thing. So I'm just wondering about the technicalities. Sort of how do I set it up for that to
Well,
happen?
you could do a coupon code that's it, that you send in an automated email from the webinar registration. Once they've paid, they'll get a confirmation
Hang on, can you
email
say
from
that a little
you.
bit slower so I can write it down?
Once they've paid for the webinar, you'll have an email automation confirming the webinar. You can add to that a coupon code that gives them a trial period for 30 days for free. And after the trial period, then, am I correct, David? It'll automatically ask them to join. They'll get an email to pay
Well, they'll put their billing in. They'll just get the first month for free, and
for
then it will
free.
start after that. After that coupon's
Yes.
expired, then it will take that billing.
Yeah.
So it's kind of exactly the same we do with Zenler with 30-day trial, right? You sign up with your card, and after the 30 days, you'll then charge with it. So if you did it here, 30 days free, okay, then you would come down here to say amount, and then I put 0, okay, or yeah. So sorry, percentage 100% off or 0. So 100% off there. And then you select the product. So let's choose the course or the membership. And then you can say down here, and this is really important, apply for 1 month.
Yeah.
So that will give them 30 days free. Okay?
Yeah.
And then once it's
that's what I'm
created
doing.
that coupon,
Yeah.
you give them the link for the coupon, right? So the coupon, once it's created, you'll have a link here, which you can either email out to them, or you can, if you only want people that attend the live to get it, you could give that out in the live, and you could use that as a selling point, right? So people come in, you say, I'm going to give you 1 month free on the membership for new people, and here's the link if you want to join.
And if they pay for the webinar, which of the webinar versions should I use then? Because I seem to remember could you do it with everyone, or is it only live class or live webinar?
The only one you can't charge for is the webinar. So interactive webinar, you can charge for. The one-to-ones you can charge for.
Sorry, interactive webinar you can charge.
Yeah.
And the live class.
And live class, yeah. But live class normally in a course, right? So I would use interactive. If you want this kind of not people to come up like we've got here, you just lock down the settings in Zoom to stop people. That's what we do. That's what I do every week.
How do you mean lock down the setting?
Cameras. Yeah, inside Zoom, it opens up, it says host tools. You just lock all those off. It's the same as what happens in the live support desk. You come on and you can't turn your cameras on or anything until I let you. So that kind of gives that webinar type experience.
But it's not really a webinar. Perhaps I was using the wrong. I want to be able to talk to them because my webinars, my classes are interactive. So I want them to be able to talk, and that's part of the sort of what I'm doing.
Yeah. Use live interactive webinars then.
Yeah.
Live class. Okay. I think that was it.
Nice.
I'll be back.
See you, Irene.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Irene.
I got Dale. Hi, Dale.
Hi, Dale.
Hi, David. I'm still got the stuffy nose. The sore throat is gone, but I'm feeling better now. I'm ready to start scheduling live classes, and my YouTube channel manager. He's a young man from Bangladesh, and I want to be able to give him a coupon code. And I was just watching your answers to Irene when you showed the screen. My biggest question of all is if MD, he wants to use a coupon code, and Tina wants to use, so he's in South Asia, she's in Vietnam, and I can use different, they can each use their own unique code. Is that correct?
Yeah, or they could use the same one. You
Okay,
just put
well,
inside there.
I want to know who he referred and who she referred.
Oh, okay. In that case, yeah, you could set them up individually, and then you could give them the coupon. If you're
Right,
doing this on a big, if you're doing this a lot, like to hundreds of people, then you can, of course, use bulk coupons. You can create bulk coupons, so it'll
right.
give you a list of codes that you can give out. If you're doing it for a lot of people.
Okay, well, I'm just getting this started. I'm going to have my official launch in January, but this is a chance to get active and get going, and finally the team's all together. But my other question was, Tina had a question about coffee, and I told her no, we're only allowed digital products on the website. If she wants to do something coffee, they would pay for the class, and then she herself, if she wants to have her friends in Vietnam, she can do that on her own. But our we're charging for the classes. We're not charging for any physical products. And I told her that's a can of worms we don't even want to try to open. Am I guiding her correctly on that?
Yeah, I mean digital products, but when Zenler is a system, and although people try and get maximum value out of it, right?
Right,
They try and use it for absolutely everything, and it's got a lot in it. It's covered. It's all in the course or the creator market. Okay, it's not a shop. It's
right,
not for buying
exactly.
products because it's yeah, like you say, it's a can of worms. Like the cost of postage and working out taxes and shipping costs is hard, right?
Yeah, very
So
hard.
you would use something like Shopify or something that's got all
Shopify.
of those things built in there. You even then, when you use Shopify, you still got to set up a lot of the stuff yourself, or you've got to connect into postal services,
Right.
UPS, etc., to make sure you're using their
Agriculture, it
same
never
things.
stops. Yeah,
And it's huge. It's huge. It's crazy. Like some of the costs, even from UK here to Spain, it's only in Europe. It can be like 60, 70 euros to send stuff across. Crazy prices. So Zenler doesn't deal with that. That's not what
yeah, I
Zenler
don't want
does.
to either.
We will. No, we will. We're talking about having a cart in there so people can buy more than one product at a time. It does digital products really well inside Zenler, but as soon as you start talking shipping costs, shipping taxes, no, 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 no.
Yeah, yeah. And the payment processors, I checked with them, and that's just for me. I told her, I says, if she wants to do something on her own on the side, but I'll give you a coupon code, we'll charge for the class, and whatever you and your friends do is between you. It doesn't involve us here with our class. And I just felt you would agree with that logic.
Yeah, I would, but I'd also like if you are thinking of starting a shop, um, I myself have a couple. You can tie them into your site, so you can hold all your courses and membership on your Zenler site and have a button to shop, and then it will go across to another site like Shopify
Oh,
or
okay, a
WordPress.
link. A link.
Yeah. So done in the same style. So people don't even realize they're really leaving the site, but it's like you break it into areas and then you mirror your design, and people don't know that it's the same because you'll use a subdomain, right? So you use shop at whatever it is, you use
Um,
courses, whatever it is. That's how you can do
yeah,
it.
we're using a custom domain.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then
But if
just
you have a
like
shop,
David walked through how to add a link to the menu. Just copy the link and go in the menu item and paste it in there. If you do that on your navigation bar and they're on your Zenler site and they click shop, it's just going to take them to your Shopify store. It's or whatever store. So it's just going to be that integrated experience for them.
Yeah. And most sites you can, you might have to play around. It might be slight difference, but if you've got a general feel, people won't eat. People don't really notice a lot. They'll jump from one site as long as it's fairly close to it. It's got your colors and your fonts. People are, oh, this is okay, but don't make it completely different, right? Because that will scare people. People will be like, oh, this is completely different. It's a completely different brand. What's going on here? So you want to
And
make
you
sure that you
can,
can be comfortable.
yeah, and you can choose the option to open the link in a new tab so that it doesn't close out the Zenler course site when it opens up the other one. The Zenler site will still be right there. They can just click over on the browser.
Yeah, and you could have things like in there if it is completely different, just be transparent about it. Say this we recommend this business. They sell these products. We've looked at the quality of their work. It's all really good. Do you want to visit it? Little button, click through to their site. So that you can do it like that as well. But you're basically informing people at every step. You're not just putting a link in there where they're going to jump to a completely different site. Is that helpful, Dale? Good, good. Right, we have
And
Sally. Sally's been waiting for
Sally,
ages. Hi, Sally.
does your microphone
Yep,
work?
yep, yep. I think
Yay.
so.
Good.
Yeah, I don't know why my camera isn't working. I think I accidentally turned it off. I did that once before, but I can't figure out how to put it on, so I'm going to have to work on that later. But anyway, first off, thank you so much. This is amazing. This is just amazing. Unfortunately, this time though is very bad for my schedule, and I'm only able to come because it's Thanksgiving. So my other commitments are not working right now. But if is this possible to watch the recording? Can I watch the recording of this? Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
it's
that would
on
be great.
it's on Facebook, but it's permanently on our YouTube channel. So I'll drop the YouTube channel in there because all of the live support desk, and you're going to see Ali will be starting to run them. So she'll be in them, but they all go on to our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/c/send. So let me just
Thank
put it
you.
into the group. Then you can see it, and you can see our little playlist in there. Just gonna stop.
Okay, great. Well, my biggest concern is that I need to get the intro live support help that I missed because I had somebody helping me to put things on at the beginning, and then I lost them, and I didn't even realize that it was a 30-day thing, that I had to do it right away. But now I'm trying to do it all on my own. So
Ali,
I need to get some help. But I have
right.
another question. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Sally, so
Yes.
you're saying that when you came in, you had access to a 30-day accelerator program, but you
I don't
didn't
know what
look
it
at it.
was, but it said that I got a live support training, initial training or something like that. I don't remember right off the top of my head what it was. But when I
Yeah,
was ready to do it, it wouldn't let me register for it. And I went to the support desk and they said, you're past the time limit. You could get it initially, but it's too late now. And so somehow I need to get that because I'm lost. I mean, I really need help in understanding. I've watched the videos, I mean, the tutorials or whatever, but I need a live person like what you're doing. I need someone to really show me and be with me because I'm not very good at this sort of thing. But anyway, if hopefully we can figure out some way that I can get that help. And I'm
yeah.
very excited about
Well,
this program. Pardon me, this platform.
Sally, we've run two programs now. Now, obviously, we can't run the programs that we set up are long, right? So, for instance, we did a 60-day accelerator program. We also did a 30-day accelerator program. Dale was on the 60s here, so he'll give thumbs up if it was brilliant for him. He's going to, yeah, there you go. On cue. So we also run a 30-day one, and the 30-day one was more compressed, and we did it live, right? We did it live, but we evergreened it, right? Because we can't run that for every single person every single time. It's just too much time investment. That's why we do the live support sessions to help you and guide you. So what I
Okay.
want you to do, Sally, is I want you to send me an email where I can send you a link to both of the programs, the 60-day and the 30-day. I want you to watch through those. There's links in there that goes to our Zenler community where you can ask questions as you work through it. And this will be the best thing for you. And then you can follow up with questions when you come into the live support desk. Now, Alice is going to be running the live support desk, and she might decide to do 2 a week, and she might change the timing so that it's better for you as well, because Alice is in the US.
Okay, that's all great, but I believe that I was supposed to get a one-on-one with live as part of my
Onboarding. You were
all right.
onboarding.
Onboarding. That's what I want.
Onboarding.
I really
Okay,
want
they
that.
remember onboarding doesn't actually show you how to set your business up, right? It's about 1 hour session, and it's to show you the features that you've got access to. It's not about training you how to set your pages, site up, create a course. That's what the training's for. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I
It's
definitely
showing you around.
I definitely want the links for the 30 and the 60 day. But
Yeah.
so I think that even showing me around though would be really helpful because I'm so lost.
Okay, that's good. No, that's really good. And that's what the onboarding's about. So Ali has put my email address in there. Sally, please send me an email. Then I can send
Okay.
you all the links so that you
Oh,
can jump
okay,
in there.
great.
You'll
Thank
also
you.
see in the Zenler community, not the Facebook community, the Zenler community, you'll also see lots of people in there that have taken the accelerator program, and some of them are in here today. So you'll see familiar people in there. And that's
Okay.
a really good place because everybody's been through this. Like Dale's asked so many questions, and so he's got answers to loads of questions as well.
Okay.
So everybody helps each other. Yeah.
That's so great. I was feeling so discouraged. I was like, this can't possibly work for me. I can't possibly do it. But I feel much more confident after being in this session. I have
Oh, good.
one other quick question that came up because of things that other people were saying today. The Zoom, I did not understand. I've had a Zoom membership or whatever you call it, subscription for 6 years now. If so, I can possibly give that up now with this platform. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Many people do, Sally,
Okay.
because it's actually, I don't know what type. Dale will say that he gave his Zoom up, right? Because the Zenler Zoom is enterprise level. So you have up to 4-hour sessions. You can have up to 300 people at a time into it. Plus you can run the true webinar as well. Now that'll cost a lot more if you're having Zoom. So your Zoom package that you've got at the moment, I doubt is as good as
Robust.
the Zenler Zoom.
No, it isn't.
Yeah.
It definitely isn't. But it does, like, you get to like save the recordings of all of your lives and everything.
Yes.
That's cloud recording. That's all built in. You got cloud
Okay.
recording. Oh, do you love it? Do you love
This is
Zoom?
just getting better and better. If I could just figure out how to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. You'll get
Okay.
it. You'll get it. You'll definitely you'll figure
All
it
right.
out.
All right. Thank you so much. And
Sally,
I
we're
will
here
so
to
I will
help,
send
all of us.
I will send an email. I'm sorry, I missed what you said, Dale. What did you say?
We're all here to help.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I will send an email to you, David, requesting the 30 and 60 day thing and the onboarding thing. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
I feel so relieved. I mean, this has been for months I've been trying to deal with this now. I think I'm like 3 months in.
Oh
So
no, 3 months. You should be up and going. Dale's. How long have you been? 3 months, haven't you? You've set up so many.
I think I signed up June 30th. And Sally, if I'm 67 and I'm tech challenged, if I can do it, you can too.
okay.
That's
Well,
right.
I have much more hope now. Thank you.
Good, good, good. We have an amazing community, and I love how everybody is always like willing to help out another member, and it's amazing. You guys are great. Love it.
That's so great. And hopefully you can see me next time.
Yes, that'll be lovely, Sally.
Yeah, we look forward to it. All right, guys. I think Jenny's got one. We're going to do one more question now before we end it. But it's been really good that you all here. Hi,
Yeah.
Jenny.
Hi.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jenny and I'm from Sweden. And I have a question for my platform since mainly before I had Swedish customers, so it wasn't an issue. But now I have international customers, and they pay with different. Oh, what's the name of it? No,
Right.
some
PayPal.
with pounds and some with dollars and so on. So usually, but I haven't found a way to do this really smart. But then I thought, but maybe like when you go to the checkout page, it will show in there, you know, in dollar if they are from the States. Is that right? Like, so if I write like it costs like this in Swedish crowns, and when they put in their Visa, it will change to whatever that will be for them, the amount.
Yeah. So Patricia's nodding. She's saying, yes, it does. Yeah, actually, it's really weird because I didn't think it did, right? But then I had someone on live support desk and he turned around and said, yeah, it actually does, right? If you're in a different country, it will show it. But I think it only does it if you're under the Stripe payment. How I see it, how I know it works is it just shows in the currency that you're using, right? So that's why a lot of the creators was selling mainly to the US market, right? So I don't set mine in UK pounds. I set it in dollars, just because that's a bigger market for me. So you got to see
Okay.
where your market's from, and I think go for that.
Okay.
You know, if most of your people are coming through US, then you might want to think about keeping that. Like there is one of our users, Tracy Browning, for instance. She's does quilting and she's worldwide, and she does different pricing plans. She basically sets up bundles, put the same course into multiple bundles, but under the pricing plan, she sets it up in different currencies. And all she has is a button going to each one. So that's an effective way of doing it as well. That's what Tracy does.
Oh, so you can actually have different courses in different currencies.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can't mix and match those. So if you've got a course, you can't have one price plan dollars, the other price in pounds, for instance.
Yeah, that's
So
what I've heard. So, I thought that I only could choose like one currency for my whole platform, but that's not right then. So I could
that's not
actually
right.
do
No,
what you said,
no.
like,
Yeah. So what
oh,
Tracy's doing, for instance, is let's say you've got one course,
mm,
right? She's got one course, and
mm,
what she does is she sets up three, let's say three bundles. She adds the same course to each of the bundles. Each of the bundles have a different currency. And
mm,
then what happens is people can buy under that currency and they get access to exactly the same one course. This means that you've only got to update the one course and it will ripple into all of the other places.
mm. So I don't have to actually have different courses, even if it's like different currencies. They just redirect to the same, so to speak.
Yeah.
But
You're
I,
basically you're using bundles in a way that it wasn't designed for. I love
mm,
doing that with Zenler, right? I like looking at Zenler and going,
being creative.
Yes,
but if you
David's
want that,
ninja
you
tricks.
know,
He's always got something.
up my sleeve, yeah, up my
Yeah,
Yes.
sleeve.
but do you need to use the bundle? You can't just use a course. You have to do the bundle part then,
Well,
or
if you
No,
do the course and then you say you have a course to teach people how to do their hair, right?
mm,
That one course, you would have to duplicate that course for every single currency you want to put it in. Instead of doing that, you create your course, you add it to a bundle, you put the
mhm.
price of the bundle. So you have a ton of bundles. The bundle doesn't, you don't have to create anything other than add the course to it, right? And you can add that same one course to as many bundles as you want, and each of the bundles are in a different thing.
Ah, now I get it. Now I get it.
Mm.
I can use the same course in each. Nah, yeah, yeah. Oh,
yeah, yeah. That
now
means
I got it.
you change if you need
Oh,
to
that's smart.
change,
Yeah.
if you need to adapt or change something in that course,
Mm,
everybody's going to see that change. If you clone
mm,
the course you'll have to make
Mm.
a change in each of the
Yeah,
courses
yeah,
you've
yeah.
grown.
So that's why I need to use the bundle. Okay, super smart. And then I have one more question. So if I have a live class and they are paying for it, could that also be different currencies, or they pay for? I can only show like Swedish crowns, or do you have something
Yeah.
smart for that too?
Well, you could send them through. Again, you could set up a course. So you could set up a course, like 3 courses, and have the live in there. So you could then sell it individually as 3 different things. But actually, by default, if you set up the lives, it's only one currency, right? And that's what you need to set for it. So the way to get around it would be maybe to create 3 courses. You know what? This is a great one to maybe. I do have a day with Zenler. It's not going to happen this Friday, but I think I'm going to run it next week. And I think I'll show these scenarios, or maybe I'll just do a live and put it in there, Jenny, because it's easier to show you. It's really simple. It's like Alice explained. I said exactly the same thing Alice said, but you understood Alice and you didn't understand me.
Yeah, that's so interesting. But maybe I needed to hear it 2 times.
Yeah.
Oh, you're so diplomatic, Jenny.
Yeah, but I think I mean this is probably an issue many people have that are like more international selling things. So it could be really nice for
Yeah,
more people
I
probably
don't
too.
know. I don't agree with that really, Jenny,
No?
because it's like if
Okay.
I want a course that's in euro, I buy it. If I want a course that's in dollars, I buy it, right? I don't
Yeah,
care because at the end of the day, my bank handles the transaction, and I
yeah,
spent $1,000, which actually worked out to be about £800 for me, right? I
yeah.
just bought it, and it was less because it's in my
Mm.
currency. So I don't think
But
it's a really big
sorry
issue.
for
I think you
interrupting,
need
but
to
do you think it's
understand.
the same when it's Swedish crowns? Because I mean, it's one thing with dollars and euro. That's such a big currency, but Swedish crowns, it's not like people know so much
Yeah.
about it. It's just a small country, right? But would you feel the
Yeah,
same?
but yeah, I would. I would if
Yeah,
because I would do my due diligence and check how much I'm actually paying in my currency, right? So I would do that. I
yeah,
automatically
And
go with euros and
honestly, if you
dollars.
have a big market in the US or you can actually just tell your sales page where the buy button is in the thing that this many crown equals this much pound equals
yeah.
this
That's
much
that's what
dollar.
I
And
do
you can
now.
have that listed there so that at
Yeah,
least they know and they'll click it and they'll still be able to buy it. They don't have to go through any other process when they click to buy.
yeah,
Their bank
yeah,
is going to handle it, but then you've already given them the transparency of, hey, if you're in the US, this is how much it means for you. And I
yeah,
think people really appreciate that. And you only have to do that once. It's not like you have to go through and change
yeah.
all this stuff.
Yes,
You
yes, I
know
do
the
it, but the currency can like shift a lot, but people hopefully
Yes,
understand that.
ish. You can give them an estimate and you can say, hey, this
Yeah.
is an estimate. This is the average of what it is. You can
Mm.
create a little block that you save as a custom block so that every time you create a course, you can just add that custom block that gives that little disclaimer about the different currencies if you feel
Oh,
that that's important to people. And that way you're
oh,
not
good.
redoing it every time you create a course. You have a custom block that you
Mm.
just add to that sales page.
Oh, super. Thank you so much. This is really great. Thank you so much.
That's okay. Yeah, I'm just checking around. I think there's probably, if you Google, you can probably find a currency conversion widgets. So this will give you current pricing, so current trends with currencies. And if you set it as crones, then people got the choice to select their currency, and it will automatically update with the current pricing as it is. So you, like Alice was saying, you don't have to go and alter it. Then you can put the widget code in there, which you can do easily. You can just use an HTML block. I'll work on this a little bit and I might put something on Facebook. Keep an eye on Facebook, Jenny. on there, or friend me on Facebook and send me a message on Facebook. And that way I can send you a link to the code and a video that I do. It's really simple to add it.
Oh,
nice. All right. Shall we ask? Sally's got one more question. Shall we ask her what she wants? Or are we going to finish up, Ali?
I'm fine. It's just started pouring rain here. That wasn't even in the weather, and it's just downpouring all of a sudden here. Oh, does Sally not have a question? Maybe her hand was left up from before.
Okay, we can end it. So thank you guys so much. Brilliant questions. We love them.
Yes.
Ali, brilliant. Back in action, helping, making everything understandable. All right. So great to see
Love
you.
it.
So Ali will be back. She will be back, and she will be doing these as well very soon, right? So all have good celebrations if you're celebrating today, and have a happy Thanksgiving. Really good to see you back as well, Ali. Guys,
Yes,
take
thank
care.
you.
See you soon. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.